Well, hello guys, it is Thursday, a game which can only mean one thing. It's that time once again for another edition of Odds and Ends, where I read you some really weird news stories from all over the world, and, well, they don't call it Odds and Ends for a reason, So, like I said before, it's Thursday, on time once again, and I'm sure you guys are probably anxious to get to these stories, so I'm sure you guys want to hear what's going on in the crazy world of news, so let's get to it. Now, our first story comes out of Russia, where surgeons at a hospital near Shablinsk in southeastern Russia had to operate quickly to remove more than 40 fridge magnets swallowed by a 16-month-old toddler. The boy's mother panicked when she noticed that all the magnets were missing from the family's refrigerator. Quote, "The child had been in the room alone with the magnets and now they were gone. She thought he must have swallowed them," said a hospital spokesperson. Sure enough, ultrasound scans revealed 42 round metal objects. Fortunately, the operation went without a hitch. Quote, "Over the years, I had to take a variety of foreign bodies, including magnets, out from young patients," Chief Pediatric Surgeon Nikolai Rotovs was quoted as saying in London's Daily Mail. Quote, "Once I removed about 20 of them, but this incident in our little patient has broken all records." The little boy is now recovering in Chelyabinsk Oblast Children's Hospital. Okay, so how does this 16-month-old toddler swallow 40 magnets? That's what I want to know, number one. Number two, you left him in the room alone and you weren't really paying attention and you noticed the magnets are gone. Well, no shit, it's going to happen because you left the child unattended and you didn't think he was just going to, and then, yeah. Real smart parenting. Way to go. Moving on to our next story, which comes out of Pennsylvania, where a grad student, Megan Thode, is suing Lehigh University in Bethlehem over a C-plus grade she received in the fall of 2009. She is asking for $1.3 million in monetary damages and is seeking a grade change. Thode's lawsuit claims the average grade kept her from getting her desired degree in becoming a licensed therapist. Quote, Professor Amanda Eckhart, who is also named in the suit, stood by the grade, saying Thode had outbursts in class, did not participate appropriately, was emotionally unstable, and failed to heed a warning letter, earning 0 points out of 25 for class participation and bumping her down a full letter grade. The C-plus allegedly prevented Thode from advancing in her professional therapist studies. She wound up getting a master's degree in human development instead. Thode's attorney had argued that Eckhart targeted Thode because she is an outspoken advocate for gay marriage. A judge is expected to rule on the case later this month. You know what? I call BS on this one because, let's see, throw in the words advocate for gay marriage. Yeah, obviously when you throw in that pretty much changes everything and everyone's going to get what they say depending on how people look at it and how states regulate when it comes to this type of ordeal. So they're starting, oh yeah, by the way, she's an advocate for gay marriage. Yeah, sure. I'm sure she is though, which explains why she tends to have outbursts in class for like no particular reason. Maybe she has bipolar or schizophrenic, I don't know. Maybe that's probably the reason why her behavior was what got her grade, not just because the fact that she is an advocate for, gay rights, which is stupid as to how this country is going when it comes to, that kind of topic. But I swear this world has gone to shit. No offense, but it's gone to shit. Moving on to our next story, which comes out of California, where Ronald Eugene Murray II was found guilty of beating to death a man who laughed at him over the way he ate a sandwich. According to Torrance County's Daily Breeze, 26-year-old Murray of Gardena was convicted of manslaughter in the death of 56-year-old Mun Jang, who was killed in October of 2011. The attack occurred at a Donut King restaurant. Murray had ordered a pastrami sandwich, and when he took a bite, some of the meat fell out onto his chin. Jang allegedly laughed at Murray, who took extreme offense. Quote, "Who are you laughing at?" yelled Murray, who became even more irritated when the clerk behind the counter refused to give him a new sandwich for half price. Quote, the real focus of his anger were the people who would not give him sandwich. Deputy District Attorney Jennifer Turk told the San Jose Mercury News. Quote, the only person he could take his rage out on was the victim. Prosecutors say Murray sucker punched Jang, hitting and kicking the victim repeatedly, then throwing the sandwich so hard in Jang's head that mayonnaise and lettuce stuck in his ear. Jang died in the hospital 2 days after the beating. Murray said in court he only acted in self-defense, claiming he slipped on the pastrami, fell to the floor, and opened his eyes to see Jang standing over him with clenched fists. Murray will be sentenced in March. He faces up to 11 years in prison. Really, dude? You beat a man to death only because of the fact that your sandwich fell apart on you? And then you went to the counter and say, can I get another sandwich for half price? And they said no. And then your defense was you slipped on the pastrami, fell on the floor, and opened your eyes to see the man you beat to death standing over you with clenched fists. Yeah, I call bullshit on that one because no one is going to believe that. Plus, there are a bunch of other people who witnessed the attack, so you're kind of screwed on that one. And so what? So what if somebody laughs at you just because you ate a sandwich? Maybe they were laughing at something else. Maybe they didn't laugh at you because of the way you were eating a sandwich. Unless there were not that many people there, then okay. Then you should have known what the sandwich would have been consisting of as soon as you took that first bite, and you should have had it over a plate or a napkin, and that way this would have never happened. But you're going to face up to 11 years in prison just because you beat a man to death. Really, dude? Just because you... oh, damn it. Just because of that, that has got to be stupid of you to just to go on a rampage and just beat the crap out of somebody just because they're laughing at you because you ate a sandwich and it fell out. God, man, this is stupid. And we're moving on to our final story, which comes out of Nevada, where, I'm going to say this one more time, comes from Nevada. There we go. The unofficial spokesperson for Las Vegas's notorious Heart Attack Grill did his favorite eatery proud by dying of a heart attack earlier this month. According to the Las Vegas Sun, John Allenman, who was the inspiration for the, quote, Patient John caricature on the eatery's menu, collapsed at a bus stop, was rushed to a hospital, and was taken off life support less than a week later. Allenman, 52, was a fixture at the high-calorie diner. Quote, he never missed a day, said owner John Bazio, quote, even on Christmas. Allenman is the second unofficial spokesperson to die since the restaurant opened 2 years ago. In March of 2011, 29-year-old Blair River, who weighed 575 pounds, died of flu-related pneumonia. Another customer suffered a non-fatal heart attack inside the restaurant in February of 2012. Bazio said he still has no plans to change his restaurant's menu, which features the record-breaking 9,982 calorie quadruple bypass burger and offers free food to customers who weigh more than 350 pounds. Well, now we know why America's being so fat. Thank you, Las Vegas, Nevada, and thank you, Heart Attack Grill, for giving us the freaking 9,000 plus calorie quadruple bypass burger and giving free food to people who weigh over 350 pounds, and 2 people have died already. Way to go, America, and way to go, John Bazio, for you and your restaurant for killing people. But I guess that's probably what he had in mind, was killing off fat people one by one, so he thinks he can solve the world. But I don't know. That's just my statement, and I'm going to put that out there. Change your diet. That's all I'm going to say. Change your diet, and that way this won't happen. Because if not, you go to this place, you have a 9,000 plus calorie burger, you're going to have a heart attack and you're going to die, which is why it's called a heart attack, because you're going to collapse right then and there. Anyways, guys, that is it for this edition of Odds and Ends, and I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to those stories, much as I like reading them to you, and we will see you next Thursday for another edition. Until next time, we'll see you guys later, and take it easy.